The Olympics are here. They're here.
Let's go.
Fuck yes.
Let's go.
I love the Olympics so much.
Oh, man. I wish I was a handsome man with a t-shirt. Like Genuine.
He just very loudly and totally straight-faced, then he just goes, "These nuts."
It's unfair. It's not right.
Jason.
Yes.
I was listening to The Chronic this weekend. One of my favorite albums, Dr. Dre's The Chronic, 1992.
Yeah.
The most important G-Funk album that's ever been made. Not the best.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Clearly.
the best. That's Snoop's Doggy Style. But The Chronic is more important. I was listening to it, and it reminded me.
Interesting.
It reminded me of a thing that happened when I was teaching that when it popped into my head, I just immediately started laughing, and I'm going to tell you about it right now. What happened was, as you know, I taught middle school science for 9 years, right? At Stevenson Middle School in South Houston. And one of the things that happens is at the school, they had a policy where during the breaks between classes, because you know it's first, second period, third period, like that, in between first and second period, for example, there's a 5-minute break where the students have a chance to go to the restroom and then make their way to their next class. And during that break, the teachers were supposed to stand in the hallway at their doors with the door open, stand there, and just like monitor and make sure nothing crazy is happening.
Sure.
In the hallways. Keep an eye.
No fights, etc., that kind of stuff, right?
No. Yeah. Keep a watchful eye. So the bell rings one of these days. I'm standing in the hallway. All the kids are moving back and forth. The other teachers are in the hallway as well. It's packed. There's a lot of kids. You know, the school has 1,500 kids or whatever. They're all moving through there. And as I'm standing there down the hallway, this one boy, his name is Carlos Pena, kind of a knucklehead, but sweet. I see Carlos. He's walking with his friends, and he's walking toward me. And he just very loudly across the hallway, probably like 20 feet away from me, he just goes, "Mr. Serrano." And I look and I see it's Carlos. I know it's Carlos. I hear his voice. I say, "Hey, yes, sir." And he gestures back toward the 8th grade office, like with his like this. And he says, they told me to tell you they're looking for you. And I said, who's looking for me? And then he just very loudly and totally straight-faced, then he just goes, "These nuts." He got me in front of so many kids. So he screams that. He had clearly talked about this ahead of time with his friends because they immediately busted out laughing. As soon as his words echoed through the hallway, the rest of the students busted out laughing. The teachers standing in the doorway busted out laughing. Everybody's standing there laughing at me because fucking Carlos Pena executed a perfectly timed These Nuts joke. I was thinking about it because on the Chronic album, there's a song called These Nuts. And it
there
starts
is.
playing.
There is a song called These Nuts.
And it made me think about Carlos. I hope Carlos is doing great. What a sweet kid. I want to hear a little bit of the album. I don't want to hear These Nuts though. I have PTSD. I have These Nuts PTSD. Oh wait, I have PTSD. PTSD's nuts.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you. I was waiting for it. I thought that's where you were going.
It took me a second. Zuri, can you play a song from the Chronic that is not these? Can you play Nothing But a G Thing? Let's just hear just a little bit of it, Zuri. It's a perfect song.
That cost us $30,000.
It was worth it.
To play that on the pod.
You want to start the show?
Yeah, let's start the show.
From Wondery, I'm Shea Serrano.
And I'm Jason Concepcion.
And this is 6 Trophies.
Hello! Bonjour, bienvenue from Paris. I'm Jason Concepcion, and welcome to 6 Trophies, a podcast series hosted by myself and Shea Serrano, in which we comb through all the NBA news of the past week and then hand out 6 pop culture-themed trophies for 6 basketball-related activities. This episode, Arike Ogunbowale goes berserk. In the All-Star game, the USA Basketball Olympics teams look a little shaky right now. The in-game T-shirt industry gets disrupted. I think you wrote interrupted here. I think you mean disrupted. All that and more. Let's hand out some trophies.
We got to figure out a very patriotic version of the theme for the Olympics. That's what we got to do. Next week we're going to have it. We're going to figure it out.
You know what I think we need?
What do we need?
I think we need like a marching band version.
Oh shit. Is there a marching band out there? Somebody get a marching band. A whole marching band. Get Atlanta A&T from the movie Drumline. See if they'll do it for us.
Oh.
See if Petey Pablo's available as well. Get them all. We do 2 sets of trophies, the big trophies and the little trophies. The big trophies are first. These ones are the same each week. First up, the Denzel Washington and Training Day trophy, given out to whoever it is who had the best overall performance of the week. This week's winners, it was supposed to be the Team WNBA All-Stars because they beat the Team USA WNBA team. I'm changing it. It's just Arike. Oh. Arike Ogunbowale.
Oh.
Arike the assassin goes for 34 points in the second half of the game, sets a record.
Crazy stuff.
Oh my gosh, she hit everything she threw up. 8 3-pointers, just bucket.
It was so absurd. It was absurd. Not to mention the vengeance aspect. Now she pulled out of consideration for the Olympic team this time, but she's been snubbed before. And she pulled out essentially because she feels that the selection process is semi-rigged, which has been a criticism of the women's basketball team selection process for a long time. A lot of UConn there. I'll just say a lot of UConn is always represented. And man, she took her vengeance and she took it in style.
It was incredible. It's so much fun when a player gets into that mode when they're just like, all right, I'm putting an axe through everybody's forehead who stands in front of me. There's one play she had, I think it was in the third quarter, where after she'd hit a couple shots and everybody realized she had it going, and the team is just feeding her the ball. She gets it out of the three-point line. She's being guarded by Jackie Young, my beloved Jackie Young, a terrific defender, maybe the best point guard defender in the league, right? She's big and she's strong and she's smart and she can push you where she wants you to go. She's guarding Arike. Arike, pop, pop, hits her with a move. A running 1 foot 22 footer just pull up, drops it. What the fuck is going on right now? It was incredible.
It was awesome. I loved seeing CC, Caitlin Clark, and Angel Reese on the same team. And there was some really nice chemistry between them. Some nice dimes. I mean, Caitlin had 10 assists in the game, is becoming an assist machine in the W in general. And there were these like little high five moments. There's that great moment where Angel came up off her seat on the bench when she thought Caitlin was going to shoot a 3, but didn't. It was just like it was really fun for all the kind of narrative fueled discourse around these two players. It was really cool to see them play on the same team.
Yeah, it was tremendous because when they play against each other, they are both like, I'm going to snap your neck. That's what I'm going to try to do.
It's fierce. Fierce.
And then they get on the same team and they're like, all right, now we're going to snap their necks. That's what we want to do. You know what I mean? It's great. Yeah. It's great. Angel is the first rookie in All-Star history. She gets a double-double, which that's just what she does. She just gets
double-doubles. That's just what she does for a living is get double-doubles.
Caitlin Clark has the most assists in the game. She has 10 assists, a game high across the team. She had that one great moment. They're interviewing her and they're asking her about breaking a record. And she's like, oh, I don't know. Wait, who's got the record? And they said, Sue Bird. Oh, I'm going to break it then. I got to break it. It was great. Brianna goes nuts. Asia Wilson goes nuts. But man, the alpha on the court, Arike Oh my God.
I mean, it was, and you could feel the vibe too.
Yes.
Like after like the third three, it was like, okay, just feed her, get out of the way and feed her. Just let her go, let her cook.
It reminded me of I only watch college basketball during the tournament. I don't pay any attention to it. So I only have tournament memories in my head. My favorite tournament memory was the weekend where Arike guided Notre Dame to the championship, and she hit 2 game winners, like back-to-back game winners, to go to the championship and then to win the championship. The last of which, against number 1 Mississippi State, she catches the ball, falling to the side, she's got one leg out trying to keep balance, like the fucking like one of those expensive sailboats, trying to keep from tipping over. Throws the ball up, it drops in, game winner. But an incredible play call. Zuri, do you have that play call? Can we hear that? Let's just hear that one play.
Ogunbowale for the win.
Oh!
Arike Ogunbowale wins the national championship for Notre Dame.
So good.
I want to.
So good.
That is so good. I want to say one thing.
What do you want to say?
To the NBA. Put your pride away. Adopt this format.
Mm-hmm.
All-Stars versus Team USA.
Mm-hmm. It's very cool.
Particularly during Olympic run-up years or even World Basketball Championship years. Put your pride away and just adopt it because it's awesome. It's so cool. And you know what? If Team USA loses, that's just what happens. That's just what happens. There's some up-and-coming young players who can't wait to go at Team USA's neck because they were left off the team. They're trying to make the team, whatever the case may be. And it's just awesome. There's been a lot of hemming and hawing. I'm not the first person to suggest this. Has been suggested for a while. W's been doing this a while. And I don't know why they don't do it, but they should.
They absolutely should. Before we move on, we should also shout out Alicia Gray, who became the first player to win both the skills competition and the 3-point competition in the same weekend, which was wonderful. She ended up taking home over $115,000.
Hell yeah.
Which her salary is $185,000. She got over 60% of her salary. She just went out there and won it, which is incredible. Way to go. Shout out Alicia.
That's so sick. I wish there was something for podcasters where we could just like go out and compete in something and get 60% of their yearly salary like in one night.
We would dominate whatever that thing was. We would dominate the other podcasters. Next trophy. Lauren Hill, you might win some, but you just lost one trophy. Give it out to whoever it is who had the worst performance of the week. This week's winner, 2 of them, both the men's and women's Olympic basketball teams. You're looking a little shaky. A little shaky.
A little shaky. Now, the men's, were challenged by South Sudan, losing basically the whole game, and then won at the buzzer because of the greatness of LeBron James, who has been magnificent in this run-up to the Olympics. Germany was also a test, though maybe not as, didn't seem to be as shattering a potential game as the South Sudan game. So they did win those games. I want to say that. And even LeBron has said, there's this clip of him talking in the huddle where we face some adversity and that's good. And I think that's right, That said, it does feel it feels a little tenuous. And now, of course, this is just the All-Star game for the women's Olympic basketball team that they did lose. But they wanted to. Diana Taurasi was hot.
She was mad.
She was mad. You could sense it. Now you might say, okay, nobody wanted to get hurt. They didn't want to. There was a different kind of energy level because I certainly do think the W All-Stars.
They wanted it more.
Handful. They wanted it. There's a handful of players on that side who wanted it and wanted to show out. So there was a different intensity level, but still, you don't want to You don't want to lose like that. And Taurasi was hot. Taurasi was upset.
How much fun is Steve Kerr having now that he gets to be on the other side of the LeBron James, just give him the ball at the end of a game and you're going to be fine scenario? For so long, he had to deal with it, and now he gets to weaponize it. Just like, go when the money was on the table, Jason, when it was time to win, they went to the old man, LeBron, go get a bucket. And he did it every single time against Sudan, South Sudan, and Germany. It was great.
What do you think the hardest part of Steve Kerr's job as Olympics head coach is? Just like
deciding what to eat at breakfast. Like,
yeah, right. Yeah.
Should I get the waffles today? Should I get the over easy eggs today? That's his hardest part.
Some yogurt with granola, because he knows what he's going to do.
He knows
he knows the lineups he's going to go out there with and who's going to go down the stretch. Already, we're seeing the lineups really solidify. Halliburton has moved to more of a bench, like staying on the bench role. He was playing more. Embiid is starting to find a role both as a defensive stopper and the lineups they're playing with. So I think that it must be an incredible job. I know that there must be something hard. I know that there must be something hard about it.
It's gotta be,
but it
something.
seems like it seems really easy.
A thing that I really enjoy about the Olympics, basketball watching especially, is that the like pecking order, the hierarchy, becomes so obvious of like who's the guy. Who's the guy? We saw it with the Dream Team. We saw Jordan was like, he's the guy. They all deferred to him. We saw when Kobe was on the team, he's the guy. That's the guy. Line up behind him. And now this version it looks like it's going to be LeBron. He's the guy. Just line up behind.
He's the guy. Zuri, a Lakers fan, super producer Zuri, I want to ask you, are you concerned about LeBron, his gas tank for the upcoming season, considering how hard he's going in the Olympics, how much he's playing in the Olympics?
Not really. I know we talked about this with Austin Reeves last year, or I guess was that 2 years ago?
I know there was a big conversation about Austin Reeves. Yeah. Does he have it took over really sports media, this talk about Austin Reeves and his gas tank.
Yeah, like, are his legs too tired? Is he playing too much basketball, but he's like 23
Everybody was talking. I would go outside and people were like, Austin, do you think Austin Reeves has the juice?
I think Zuri thinks you're serious right now. He's answering like
I put my reporter hat on. No, I think a serious answer. I think LeBron has aged past the point where we can doubt how much he keeps his body in order and how many games he can play and how effective he can play. I think those questions are superfluous at this point. I mean, his final year in the NBA is going to be okay. We'll cut this.
No, keep it in there. Keep it in there.
I'm not going to doubt him anymore. Is the long and the short of
it. I'm laughing.
Keep that clip for the season.
yeah, we'll run it back when we're at 8 seed in 10 months.
I'm laughing because right now, as Zuri was talking, I was like, Zuri has such a unique voice. What does Zuri sound like? What does he sound like? And then I just started picturing Zuri. This might sound like an insult, but I mean it as a compliment, Zuri.
Oh
I mean this as a nice thing. When you talk, what I see in my head is I see a cartoon beaker from like a science video.
Like a science lab?
Yeah, like a science lab. You're like explaining the purpose of a beaker. I'm a beaker, and my job is to like that.
I've never gotten that before. I'm a big Dexter's Lab guy, so maybe that's where it started.
There you go.
And I like the I Am a Bill commercial from the early 90s.
Fellow sports fans, I have an incredible fact for you. There are only 2 days the whole year without a game. 2, with so much happening and so much action that makes just about every day game day at DraftKings Sportsbook. It's a breeze for first-timers to get started. Try betting on something simple, like picking a team to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, select your team, and place your first bet. It really couldn't be any easier. There's so much soccer happening right now. I'm a huge soccer fan. There's the Copa America. There's Euro 2024. Are you a soccer fan? Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and check out the odds for those particular competitions. And if you're new to DraftKings, you've got to check this out. New customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code 6. That's code SIX for new customers and get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Or in West Virginia, visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age varies by jurisdiction. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit and eligibility restrictions apply. See terms and responsible gaming resources at dkng.co/base.
Next trophy, the Dominic Toretto I Live My Life a Quarter Mile at a Time trophy, given out to whoever it is who made a short-term decision with no regard for future consequence. This week's winners, Warner Brothers Discovery. Jason, will you explain what is happening here?
So, people who listen to the show, people who watch the NBA, people who watch sports in general, are certainly aware of the fact that Warner Brothers Discovery, the parent company of TNT, which has aired NBA games for some 30 plus, I think 40 something years, and has the most iconic studio show in the game and in sports, maybe in American sports in general. And inside the NBA, it has seemed as if they were about to lose the NBA rights battle, and certainly seemed because of the high-powered coffers of some of their competitors, namely Amazon, who's bidding for games now. Of course, Disney, ESPN, who's already there, and a new player, a return player in the market, NBC, who's kind of the shock surprise market, and seems like they took TNT's spot. Well, TNT had, starting last week, about 5 days or something to decide if they were going to match NBC's offer, and they have done it. They have matched. So now the NBA is looking at their a matching deal to decide whether it is indeed a match. Now, the NBA will probably say it's not a match because the NBC comes with not just streaming, but they come with, over-the-air television networks that they can air the games on, whereas TNT is cable. So they're gonna weigh these things, but WB, Warner Brothers Discovery, not giving up without a fight. Now, I think the question is, are they matching just to be like, in the words of Denzel Washington, I'm leaving here with something? Mm-hmm. Like, hey, we're not just going to go away. You gotta break us off something. Whatever it is, make us go away. We're not just going to go away. I think there's also the potential that if they decide that the NBA is being unfair in the way they are judging their matching deal versus NBC, that they would take them to court. I can't see that happening because it would be a terrible, terrible look. But there is that threat. So it's quite interesting to see a company that is wildly in debt, like massively. They owe so much money, Shea. To all of a sudden say, you know what? We said previously that we didn't really need the NBA. We'd be fine without them. We don't need them. But also, we want them. We would like them back. Maybe we do, but we're not sure. So it'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting next few days to see what the NBA's decision on this will be. I
would counter that it's not going to be interesting. Because
they're going to lose it. Yeah, I think that's where we're all at. Yeah.
I feel the same way about this whole conversation that I felt about the rules and setups for the in-season tournament. Whereas, basically, I just tuned it out and I just said, Zuri, just tell me what game to watch and what to care about. Yeah. That's how I feel about here. There are too many channels to watch games on now. Zuri, just tell me what channel to turn it on so I can watch the game. That's how
Yeah.
every day of the week I'm going to text Zuri during the season. What channel is the game on, Zuri?
I feel like we're just like 70-year-old men. Where's the game? I can't find it. Where is it on? Amazon.
Remember the commercial that they played, the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday commercial for TNT, where it was like the NBA players playing in a band?
Yeah.
Zuri, can you find that? Can you play that commercial, Zuri, so we can hear
That
it?
was a fun one.
That was a great commercial.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
This is the most effective advertising commercial of all time. I never forgot it. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I knew the games were going to be on TNT. Oh, there's Vince Carter playing a saxophone. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's an incredible commercial. We don't have commercials like this anymore. It's too hard to keep up.
It's a different world. This is back in that era. Did you ever have the cable box with the wire?
Yeah,
the cable remote control with the wire?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about stuff. This is what I feel like right now talking about this, being like, too many channels now. I remember when the remote control was wired to the cable box and it looked like a little keyboard with different buttons on it.
There. Before it was like turn on TNT. Is there a game on? All right, cool. Then there's basketball on, or there's no game on. Then there's no basketball on. That's all that it was. Now I got to go through 15 different channels and check. I don't like it.
I just want to share something.
Okay.
The era of the wired remote control to the cable box. There was a point in time where, like, the Playboy channel and the Spice channel started to be offered on cable platforms, and you could see the channel. Like, you could press it on the remote,
right?
But it was scrambled.
99. That's what it was in San Antonio.
99, and it was scrambled. Me and my friends, like a Manhattan Project, like an Oppenheimer type project, were like, we will unscramble this somehow, and we would press like a selection of buttons. We had a notebook where we'd be like, okay, press 13, 6, 5, and then you put the row selector between rows. And we would do stuff like this to be like, okay, is that less unscrambled now? Okay, it's still scrambled. And we would work at that. We worked at that for 3 summers and we never unscrambled it. But we worked at it.
Trying to hack the stock market.
Yeah.
But it's boobs and butts.
Yeah.
Next trophy. The Daniel Plainview, I've abandoned my child, I've abandoned my boy trophy, given out to whoever it is we're temporarily giving up on for the week. This week's winner, everything you thought you knew about t-shirt cannons. Give it up. Give it up.
That's right.
You forget it. It doesn't matter anymore. Steve Ballmer changed the game.
That's right.
What did he do, Jason?
Well, he said, you know, you're sitting at the top or even the middle of the arena, from the middle up to the top to the nosebleeds. You're sitting in there in your everyday NBA arena, Madison Square Garden, the crypto arena, etc., American Airlines arena. And you're sitting there and you're thinking to yourself, oh man, I'm never going to get a t-shirt. Nobody can throw it all the way up here. They don't have the arm to throw it up here. And those t-shirt cannons, they're not strong enough to get up here. I'm never going to get a t-shirt.
It's an incredible voice.
I'm never going to get one. Steve Ballmer came in and said, quote, it's a real quote, it's unfair. It's not right. And so the Clippers, folks, are going to, in Zuri's words, interrupt the t-shirt cannon industry. So this is what they're going to do. They're going to put t-shirt cannons on their state-of-the-art Jumbotron, the Halo board, so that they can just fall onto the upper deck. They're just going to make it rain t-shirts. And that's in addition to, I'm sure, the most technically advanced t-shirt cannons, known to the human race.
That's
so,
great.
folks, get yourself to the Clippers arena because you're gonna get bonked in the head by t-shirts and no more of this. Oh man, I'm not gonna get it. I'm up here. I'm so sad. I'm not gonna get it. No, look up. They're raining down on you. They're falling on your head. Get ready.
As you were talking, I was reminded that we got a message from a dad and a son who listen to the show all the time, and the dad
shout him
mentioned his son's favorite part, young Julian.
That's
young
right.
Julian's favorite part is when Jason screams hello at the beginning of the show, and that's great. Shout out, young Julian. Thanks for listening. Jason, what is your favorite like in-game activity or camera? That
thing on the
the Jumbotron.
Yeah,
thing.
thing on the Jumbotron. I think the dance cam. It's across sports. The dance cam. I love dance cam. I always think it's great because there's always somebody who is just you want to get on there. My friend Yoni, comedian in New York City, has been on. He has a 3-minute supercut of him on Jumbotrons.
That's crazy.
And it's just fun. Like it's always fun. What's your favorite one?
My favorite. This is the most South Texas Mexican shit.
Yeah.
But at Spurs games, they have something called a cumbia cam. Cumbia is like Spanish Mexican music, and they play it, and that's what you dance to.
That's so sick.
It's so sick. Zuri, can you play some cumbia here? Zuri, just play a cumbia song. There it is. Da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. Every Mexican who is listening to this show right now got up out of their seat, Jason, and is dancing in a circle right now.
Other things that Steve Ballmer and the Clippers are interrupting.
Mm-hmm.
How about toilets?
Many toilets.
Has this ever been you?
Oh man, I need to go to the bathroom, but it's so far away. The line is so long, and I gotta wait in line. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta hold
voice.
Well, the Intuit Dome has 1,100 toilets 3 times the NBA average. What about this? What about like your phone dying?
Oh man. How am I gonna get? I don't know if my phone's dead. I'm on 10%. I'm on 10% battery. My phone's gonna die by the time I leave here. I'm not gonna be able to call a ride share, man.
Well, the Clippers' new arena has phone charging ports in every seat. In every seat. Folks, get yourself to the Clippers arena.
That voice sounds like a cartoon pillow. That's friends with Zuri, the cartoon science speaker. Next trophy, the Chief Keef. That's a shit I don't like trophy.
No.
Just give it out to a player or team who does something we just don't like it. We don't like it.
Oh, no.
This week's winner, Alex Sarr, for going 0 for 15 from the field against Portland.
Oh, gosh.
Let me tell you, though, Jason, because what I don't like is I don't like that he didn't go 0 for 20. I don't like that he didn't go 0 for 25.
I completely agree with you. My guy is 7 feet tall, and they give you 10 fouls. Like, you're going to be in that game, and you should be just throwing it up there.
Get them shots up, Alex.
This is tough.
I am greatly rooting for Alex Sarr this NBA season now. I'm invested. I am invested. If he would have gone 0 for 3, 0 for 4, that's nothing. But he went 0 for 15, and I respect that. I respect it.
It is, I believe, the worst for whatever this means.
Right.
It's the worst performance in Summer League history, which, it's Summer League. Who cares? Kevin Knox had a breakout Summer League performance several years back that I was very excited about. It turned out to be nothing. So we'll take all of this with a grain of salt. But, listen, I live with a Wizards fan. My partner is a Wizards fan. It's been a tough just existence as a Wizards fan. I'm always rooting for them. They are tanking. They're tanking the hell out of the season this year. They traded away, players that were just even kind of good. Alex Sarr wanted to go there because he knows he's going to play. There's also, already a French player on the team. So that's cool. And you just hope that this is not indicative of how his season's going to go. Although maybe the Wizards are thinking, that's fine. We're trying to lose anyway.
Yeah.
Because we want to get in the Cooper Flag business. So drag for flag, sag for flag.
I like it. I like both of those.
Okay.
I like both of those.
We'll workshop those and keep that going. But I'm hoping that Alex Sarr's actual NBA season is going to be significantly better than his summer league season was.
All he's got to do is make one shot, and it'll be better. So chances are high, Jason. Next trophy. The Step Brothers Catalina Wine Mixer Trophy. Give it out to the thing we're most excited about for the upcoming week. This week's winner, it's so obvious. The Olympics are here. They're here.
Let's go.
Fuck yes.
Let's go.
I love the Olympics so much. So much, Jason. Wait, okay. Separate of basketball, because whatever.
Sure.
We're going to win the gold medal in the men's side. We're going to win the gold medal on the women's side. That's fine. That's guaranteed. It's a lock.
Okay. Mark that one down because I think we're going to win too, but there's going to be bumps, but continue, please.
Okay. So separate of basketball, what are your favorite non-basketball Olympic events, Jason? What do you get excited about watching?
I literally everything. This is the time of year when I'm just like, what the fuck is this? I'm invested in this. But
archery,
I love gymnastics.
yes.
Archery, what?
What?
Decathlon, what? I love gymnastics. It's always so fun and so tense, so thrilling. Some of my favorite just Olympic watching memories are gymnastics because just like there's nowhere to hide.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's just you in a beam or you in the rings or you in that floor routine. And the tension is amazing. Not to mention, it's like, I know that there's competitions that go on throughout the calendar year, but this is it. This is the thing. In particular for gymnastics, it's becoming more common, but it's quite rare to have like multiple bites at the apple.
Mm-hmm.
So oftentimes, like maybe even just one Olympics, that'll be it. So the tension is amazing. And then I love swimming. We're great at swimming, so that helps. But I love, and there's a little bit of juice now with Australia, like talking shit to the U.S. about this upcoming swimming competition. I love swimming and I love gymnastics. What about you?
I'm a gymnastics guy. I love gymnastics. Did you watch the Simone Biles documentary on Netflix? It's so good.
Yes, I did.
It's so
really
good. I'm very excited for that team. Did you see in the lead up to it, they had my girl Lori Hernandez was commentating. I was like, yes, welcome back. Welcome back, Lori. So great to see you. My girl Suni, Olympic gold medalist last time, stepped in and got it done. I really love gymnastics. I really love swimming as well. There's a series on Peacock where Michael Phelps rewatches every Olympic race he's done. And it's so interesting to just he's a maniac. He's a psychopath.
He's a true maniac.
With regard to winning, like he seems totally normal otherwise. But when he gets to watching these races, you could see him getting mad at like a thing that he did that would have shaved 0.04 seconds off of his time. Like he's just still mad about it. You mentioned
that's why I'm so glad I don't race because I don't want to be thinking about like 0.4 seconds.
Fuck that.
I don't need that amount of time to like dominate my life and my thinking.
Yes. I think my three favorite: gymnastics, track. Okay. I love track.
Track is great.
Track
is fun.
And swimming. Track. My favorite runners to watch right now: Sha'Carri, of course, who is incredible. Gabby Thomas. That's my number one favorite runner. She's the fastest woman on the planet in the 200 meters. She's a tall runner. I love a tall runner, and she just is fucking running them down at the end of races. And then Noah Lyles on the men's side is unbelievable. We mentioned the Netflix doc on Simone. They have one about the sprinters called Sprint, And
wow.
they follow like the top runners on the women's side and the men's side. And the no allows section is really incredible because it's like he runs the 200. That's the thing he's built to do and has specialized in. And he's like, I think I'll run the 100 also just to like check it out. And then fucking won that too.
To just check it out.
This guy's unbelievable. Track, gymnastics, swimming. Those are my three. I love it. I'm so excited. You want to do the little trophies?
Let's do them.
All right. These ones change each week and are situation specific. They're for the smaller storylines we want to mention, but don't need to get all the way into. My first little trophy. The Destiny's Child, Say My Name, Say My Name. You're acting kind of shady. Ain't calling me baby. Why the sudden change trophy? That goes to Kevin Durant, who called out Nike on social media because they didn't include him in their new Olympic ad. An incredible Olympic ad, by the way. Did you see it? Willem Dafoe narrating in his like Green Goblin voice. Am I a bad person? Because I'm competitive. Kevin Durant called him out. You got to include Kevin Durant. He's Kevin Durant.
He might not play. He's got that calf strain, which
I don't care. He's Kevin
not
Durant.
Playing.
He's Kevin Durant.
All right. Okay. My first little trophy is the Lord Royals trophy to former NBA player Royal Ivy, who is the head coach of the South Sudan men's basketball team, a team from a country that has only existed for 13 years. And what strides they have made, what a name they made for themselves in that game versus Team USA. Shouts to Royal Ivy, who's doing a wonderful job, clearly, with those young men. Really fun.
Very cool. Very cool. My next little trophy. The Wyclef Jean. Someone please call 911 trophy. To Alondas Williams of the Miami Heat.
Oh my God.
Who went fucking atomic for a dunk.
Oh my God.
For a dunk during the game against the Mavs at Summer League. I love the thing of as Alondas drives into the lane and the announcer realizes what's about to happen. He starts his name normal, Alondas, and then by the Alondas Williams! It's so good. I saw that dunk and I literally to myself said, holy fucking shit.
It was wow.
Cocked it all the way back like violent.
Chest to chest.
I love a violent dunk. Yeah. Boom! On your fucking head.
My next little trophy is the Neo in the Matrix. Oh. Deja vu. Trophy to Arike Ogunbowale.
We're
because
back.
it happened again. It happened again. She was snubbed from the Olympic team in 2020. Snubbed! What happened? She powers the W All-Stars over Team USA and was named MVP. Just happened.
Maybe.
It happened again.
Maybe stop pissing her off. Just
Don't do it.
Crazy idea.
I know she removed herself from consideration this time. Fine. But I think she's the type of player maybe you go and beg her to be on the team.
Yeah, you make the phone call.
Maybe just maybe you
please.
just be like, well, yeah, I know you said you didn't want it, but like, can you, what, is there anything we can do?
You know,
some
the thing,
slippers or a robe or something.
The thing you do where you just keep hitting game winners like all of the time.
Yeah.
Can you come do that?
Maybe do that for us.
Can you do that for us?
Yeah, please.
For Team USA?
Come on.
Make that phone call. Make that phone call. All right. If you're giving a little trophy to somebody we've already given a big trophy to, I'm going to do the same thing then. I'll do the same thing then. My last little trophy, the Genuine. My whole life has changed since you came in. I knew back then you were that special one. I'm so in love, so deep in love. You made me complete. You are so sweet. No one competes. Glad you came into my life. You blind me with your love. With you, I have no sight. Trophy. That trophy goes to the T-shirt cannon at the Clippers Arena. Gonna reach every seat. The new T-shirt super cannon, whatever that thing is. Whatever that thing is, I love it, and I'm very happy.
Oh man, I wish I was a handsome man with a T-shirt, like Genuine.
My final little trophy is the Howard Shore Return of the King soundtrack trophy to LeBron James for being the absolute man. He has been the man over this stretch of USA basketball. It's just exhibitions, but still, he's been the man over the last two scrimmages, in particular against South Sudan and Germany, and he was recently tapped to be the first men's basketball player to be the flag bearer
That's cool.
for the entire
That's
U.S.
cool.
contingent for the Olympics. He's going to be in front with that flag. That's really cool.
Who better? Who better to do it?
Truly.
Congratulations to LeBron. We did it again, Jason.
We did it again.
Congratulations to us as well. Another perfect
Yes.
episode.
Finally.
We close every episode just by saying the names of underappreciated old basketball players with no context at all, while the theme music carries us out. Zuri, will you play the theme music, please? I'm Shea Serrano. That's Jason Concepcion. Producer Zuri in the shadows making the noises. See y'all next week. Anthony Hardaway.
Ooh, I'm doing a notable Olympic team players. How about Tamika Catchings?
Oh, I'm
Gold
doing
medal
that.
2004, gold medal 2008, gold medal 2012, gold medal 2016.
I'm doing the 1996 Dream Team 2. The underappreciated. My beloved Reggie Miller.
Ooh. How about Lisa Leslie? Gold medal 1996, gold medal 2000, gold medal 2004, gold medal 2008.
Gary Payton.